When women get together, oftentimes something electric happens, and it's not to discount males. We love males and we love all people, but there's something about women standing together, supporting one another, but it's also very encouraging, inspiring and nurturing. So we need these kind of events to keep us empowered, to keep us positive, and to help us know that we're making the right steps and to be encouraged as we move forward in our various journeys.
Want to do particular things. You might want to work in radio. Well, guess what? There's a radio presenter here.
I'm the mid-morning presenter on Kiss FM UK.
You might want to work in business. Well, guess what? There's business people here.
And I used to work for the Mayor, Boris Johnson.
I'm an executive fashion consultant.
I'm a journalist.
I'm a master's student at LSE in International Development Management.
And I'm a pharmacist.
I'm a communications executive.
I'm a professor of psychology.
I'm an event florist. It's a fantastic place for you to network.
This is probably the 5th or the 6th time I'm here.
Only gone 7:30. I've only been here for about 20 minutes and I've already felt really inspired already.
Listening to all the speakers talk about their struggles and their achievements.
I've been at KISS, now I'm going into my 10th year. And the figures are great, and we're #1 in London, which is brilliant. I'm very, very proud of that. But it really was a challenge.
I think that's so motivating. You go back with so much admiration for the work people have done, gives you strength to carry on.
If we can achieve it, then I most definitely believe you can.
And more importantly, I get to meet a lot of new people. This is the prime example. We are standing here together. We've just met today.
I really enjoy networking and meeting new people and being inspired and seeing what really drives people.
I was absolutely determined because I knew that this is what I wanted to do.
You know, it's so far away from the accountants, the doctors and the lawyers that we maybe are meant to be or perceived to be. So it was great to hear them talking about their shattering those glass ceilings and going on beyond the perception of what they should be and could be.
It's really inspiring to hear those stories, but also nice to have male speakers as well.
It's not even about wavering. If you don't love it, don't do it. Just don't even, because you won't do it better than the next person.
It's very inspirational when you hear people's life stories and the journey they've been on.
Before we did the family, Sonny and I were knocking on a lot of doors, perhaps like yourselves. We were going to people like BBC and trying to do radio, but sometimes it isn't always what you know, it's who you know.
I don't get to connect to many events where I see mainly Asian speakers, Asian delegates.
When I started out, there were really no Asians in media at all, and if you were Asian and you were in media, you read the news. Now, as I say that, I think, I'm not sure how much has changed in that respect, but bear with me.
And you say, come and listen to my radio show, you should support me because I'm Asian. Don't listen to us. Don't turn on to BBC WM, don't come to BBC London. The reason why you want to listen to that show is it's the best show on radio.
So even though it's not solely an Asian conference or seminar, I think that it's good for the cross-cultural fertilisation.
You know, Sonny and I don't see ourselves as Asian, okay? We don't see ourselves as brown. We don't see ourselves as Sikh or Punjabi. We see ourselves as British, specifically from London, who now happen to also work in Birmingham. And I think that's what unifies us, and that's what's great about us living in this country.
It's a real mix of people, a real mix of views, and there's not many platforms that allow that to happen.
It's not about just because there's a lot of people here who happen to be of the Asian origin. There's a lot of people here who are also non-Asian, and so it's not about that. I think a good story is a good story, and inspiring story is an inspiring story, regardless of what your race is.
The only reason Neev is there for 9 years is not because she's Asian, it's not because she's good at what she does, and that's why.
Biggest takeaway was not to let my ethnicity take me back of anything, and also to believe in myself and work hard for what I want.
If you're trying to compete with Western artists as an Asian person, don't do it as an Asian person, do it as a bloody good singer. Do it as a great singer. Raise your game. And if you can't do it as a good singer and you think your ethnicity is going to get you somewhere, then you're in the wrong business because you're just not good enough.
We've walked into meetings where there's 60 people there. He's the only Asian. I'm the only woman, and we stand there and we don't care because all we're looking at is each other, and we have the full self-confidence in what we're doing.
Having courage to do what you want to do and thinking, not getting yourself stuck in the box. I am who I am and I should be recognised for my talents.
And I think Women Empowered is a great, absolutely brilliant initiative to kind of seek the identity in you and to break out of it and to find yourself.
And said to me, you have 1 month to make a demo, make it good, and then said, just to let you know, females in radio don't do well, and they don't go far, and you're Asian, so you're up against it. And I was like, brilliant.
There really shouldn't be a glass ceiling in this country at all.
That's one thing very unique when you go to an event which is focused and targeted to women, as a woman empowered. And as a man, when you go over there, you meet so many women who have said, wow.
I really love the fact that it's called Women Empowered, because I think as gender we need more empowerment and more groups that are pushing us out there to do more and to, you know, achieve better things.
And also to feel empowered, not only as a woman, but actually in terms of doing the best that you can actually do. And also to actually hear those business stories.
You really need to look at your USP, your unique selling point. What is going to make you different from the rest? You've got to work really hard.
And always think, if you cannot do something better, do not do it at all.
You can have those hard days where you don't want to wake up, you lose the motivation, you don't necessarily think you are where you want to be. And it's times like that, having a support mechanism, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's your work colleagues.
How to persevere and push forward to be the best at what they do, but never to give up as well.
Like you can then kind of bring yourself back together, focus and move forward.
Even if you absorb 1% of it and you walk out of it thinking there's more to you.
The moment you decide to come to something like this, you are already 1% of the population. The moment you decide to go to something that can better yourself, you are already chosen.
Women Empowered is really about achieving your dreams, pushing yourself further than you've ever believed that you're capable of doing, and having a support network where you can hear real stories about how hard that is and how wonderful that is when it happens.
It gives you that inspiration to say anything is possible.
You can decide in 1 second that you're successful, and that can put a smile on your face if you just relate it back to what you do have rather than what you don't have.
It absolutely went beyond my expectations, I have to say. Just the fact that there are so many people without ego who are just doing their business, doing it brilliantly well, and are so willing and so happy to share their nuggets of inspiration and what got them to where they are. And honestly, I feel really, really privileged to have heard the speakers today and everybody else who's been in the audience.
Everybody comes and talks to you.
I'm terrible at networking, but it hasn't felt like a networking event. There's no awkwardness, everyone's just really friendly.
I love the fact that we've seen that inspiration and motivation take hold, and we've had people who've attended our events and started their own businesses. We've had people who've attended our events and made alliances with other people for friendship, for business opportunities, for a whole array of things.
And everyone's just really happy to be here and happy to get to know each other, and honestly, it's one of the loveliest things I've been to in a long time.
And just seeing that occur every event is impetus to go more on and on and on.
For all those women that have not heard Women Empowered, you've heard it right now. So I absolutely believe you should take the time. It happens every quarter. Come along, bring your friends, and you'll be hooked. You'll come back over and over again, so give it a go.